right, got both cameras going. The cell phone camera is on the rear lens, so when I turn around you're going to be able to have a good view of how we muscle our way through the current and all the brush. It is Friday, March 17th, 2023. It's about 5 minutes to noon, and we are rowing on the upper reaches of the Warm Spring Arm on Lake Sonoma. We just passed Rancheria Creek back about 1,000 feet, and we were up here a week ago, and the water has come up about 6 feet 8 inches since then. It was actually higher, another foot and a half higher, but the Corps of Engineers started draining the lake on Wednesday, bringing the water down. They had been holding water because the Russian River flood stage was such that they didn't want to let a bunch of water out and exacerbate the flooding down along Guerneville and Monte Rio and all that. So the Russian River has come down a bit, so they're starting to release water. The marina store here at Lake Sonoma had between 2 and 3 feet of water in the store, and they would like to get the water level down so they can get into business again. Hang on a second. We're going to have to turn around. There's a tree down, and the current has washed it down to where, boy, I don't know if we can get through there. Maybe we can sneak around the end. It's going to be a close call. If there was much current, we wouldn't be able to fight the current, because I'm going to have to give a big shove here to get up to speed. Can't get the port oar in the water at all because of a big log there. All right, so far so good. Now, big push. Get clear of this tree on the port side. And now we have another narrow spot to get through. The same difference. The current here has, plus the extra high water, has washed a lot of stuff down here that wasn't here before. Get clear and give a big shove. Hope that don't hit that log. Just missed it. All right. When we were here a week ago with the water down more than 6 feet from where it is now, we were stopped by the fact that the stream bed was so narrow and there was so much brush and the current was so strong. It gets stronger as we get further up here, and we were not able to row backwards against it. And I said, to hell with it, and we just started drifting downstream. And we'll just see how it goes this time. We got stopped in here, just ahead there, where that where the channel makes a hard left turn. We got stopped there twice. There was enough water depth over right against the left bank here, but it shoaled rapidly to the right, and there was a strong current of the stream coming down against us, and the water just wasn't deep enough that I wanted to take a chance on running aground, as I fought the current around this corner. But the water's up high enough now. The channel is quite broad, and I'm going to assume that the water is probably about 9 or 10 feet deep right here. This is a sharp chicane with a 90-degree left and 90-degree right turn. And I'm beginning to see evidence of the current here, although not that much. So the water is up high enough that we may be able to get that last 110 feet upstream. I'd like to get to the point where the South Lake Trail crosses the creek. The back eddy and the currents spinning us around. Oh yeah, this was more like a rowing in a stream before this current was so strong. This much extra water has quieted the current quite a bit. It's still there. I can feel it grabbing the boat. Big rafts of wood and bark and tree trunks. All right, there's enough room in here, I believe. Let's spin the boat around. Rowing backwards is a necessity for navigation because it's narrow in here, and I don't want to run into snags and anything else. But when there's enough room, I turn around and row in the normal position because the rowing is much more efficient. The boat doesn't really like to go backwards, especially with the rudder then being in front of the boat, because the little side eddies in the current catch the rudder and spin the boat around. It's hard to control. All right, we've got a little bit of width here, and we're coming up to a narrow spot, so I'm going to turn the boat around so I can see what I'm doing. The water is significantly clearer than it was a week ago. It's still pretty turbid, but hang on a second, let me get through this narrow spot. It's still pretty turbid, but it's actually a greenish color where it was brown last week. All right, we got another narrow spot that I'm going to have to muscle my way through here. Get some speed so I can coast past this floating log. And then use that oar to drag a bit. Now, you can hear me catching branches. Come on. Not to mention there's a pretty stiff breeze blowing back in here, all things considered. Interestingly enough, it's coming straight down the slope on our starboard side. Oh yeah. I think this was about as far as we went a week ago, but right now it looks like we're going to be able to go a lot farther. Sorry for all the slamming of the oar locks, but rowing backwards is a noisy proposition. Alright, get up some speed here. Get past this floating log. That brush mat. Alright. We should be able to spot the South Lake Trail here directly. I don't know where we were. If I had the GPS turned on instead of the camera right now, I put a waypoint where we turned around and I could have that showing, know where we were, but I want the camera to be running to record this. So I'm just navigating from memory, but we couldn't go this far before. All right, there's a side creek coming down from starboard, which is right now it's on our left side, my left side. And the various maps I have show the trail coming down to the river, or to the creek here, before this side canyon. I've only been here once day hiking when I was row camping back at old Sawmill Camp, and that was like 4 years ago, so I don't remember at all what it looked like up here. See if I can push my way through this narrow spot. Well, there's a piece of 2-foot diameter log there. Let's see if I can get enough speed to coast through here without using the oars. That log shows signs of burn from the forest fire they had in here about 3 years ago. Ooh, there's a snag that's not floating. You can be able to go around that. Make sure that is a tree, yeah. Top of some branches. It looks like we have just about reached the limit of navigation. There's some trees growing out, just brushy little trees growing out across the creek channel, and I have no way to get through there. That opening looks like it's probably only just a few feet. In fact, there's no opening. Yeah, I will try and get around here. I got to be careful not to let the current take me sideways and get me into trouble. I think I can drift down against that. If I can get clear to give a little push here. I'd like to be able to take a look around the corner. Well, I haven't seen the trail come down at all. We get turned around and I'm not having to deal with this current. I will try to spy the trail. By golly, this is more open than I thought. I'm going to take a chance here. Oh yeah. Yeah, from the angle that I was approaching, it looked like this was solidly blocked, but this is very cool. We are already probably 400, 500 feet up the creek further than we have come before. And because the Corps is dropping the water, and they are not going to let it get this high again, unless they absolutely can't help it. So I want to have a video record of this, because it may not happen again for several years here. Okay, there's a bit of current coming down, not a terrible amount. I'm actually rowing against a bit of a headwind. Oh, this is going to be delightful. I have a map of this. Okay, now I'm beginning to, well, I can't tell if I can see into the water or not. In the shadows, it looks like I can see something underneath the water, but let me just put the oars down deep. I think my right oar, starboard oar brushed on something. Excuse me, port side oar. So I don't want to take a chance of hitting a rock up here. And the current is increasing. All right. There's a what definitely looks like a shoal area ahead, although it's looks like a snag, but it might be rocks. So I'm going to go. No, that's a rock. All right, that's it. Oh, I see some trail, or what looks like a trail up on the hillside there. But I'm pretty sure we're past where the South Lake Trail comes down. All right, back down we go. Well, this has been exciting, and I'm really glad that I changed the SD card on the Insta360 camera. The camera had stopped recording because